So I hear that you finally mustered up the courage to talk to that 10 out of 10, that dime piece, that bad bitch. But here comes the godforsaken question that pops up in your head. Is she feeling me? Is she interested in me? Does she even want to have this conversation? And now you're worried that the conversation is now going to reach a turning point where she doesn't want to have the conversation anymore. And now you're just left there confused because you can't understand her nonverbal cues of interest. But that's okay, because in this video, I'm going to explain to you 6 nonverbal cues that shows that a woman is interested in you. The first one being eyebrow flashes. Now, a lot of you people may not realize this when you're talking to someone, but when people talk to you and they're interested, their eyebrows tend to flash up like this. Now, if you're talking to someone and you notice that their eyebrow is stationary, it's not really moving, that's a telltale sign that they're pretty much not interested in whatever you're saying. And with that, you're able to understand if that person's interested in the conversation or if they just want to leave. They probably have something on their mind, but at the end of the day, if you notice that the eyebrows aren't really reciprocating any type of movement, especially while you're talking, then you know that she or he is not interested in what you're saying. And the eyebrow flashes are really, really quick. They're about 1/6 of a second. That's how fast the eyebrow flash is. So it's kind of hard to notice it while you're talking in a conversation. So when you're talking to a woman and she gives off a dull expression on her face, nothing's really moving, especially her eyebrows, then you know for a fact that the conversation has to be cut short because she is not interested in whatever you're saying. She may not even be interested in you. But if she is, if she's into it, if her eyebrows are moving, that's how you know to continue the conversation. The second nonverbal gesture is the head tilt. When the head tilts to the left or to the right, it's seen as a non-threatening gesture to whoever you're talking to. The reason behind it is because it exposes the carotid artery, signaling that you're comfortable with whoever you're talking to. If a person that you're talking to is keeping their head straight, it may not be anything crazy, but for the most part, when a person is extremely comfortable with you, like say you're with like your best friend, your position, your posture is sort of lazy-like, sort of lax. So your head's gonna be tilting, your body posture is gonna be a little bit less stiff than when you meet with some random person. Those who feel threatened in a conversation typically keep their body straight, meaning they keep their head in a straight fashion. There's no tilt whatsoever, meaning they keep their head in a straight fashion. There's no tilt whatsoever. So when you're talking to a woman and her head's completely straight, don't take any offense to that initially. Feel it out first and see if she cracks a smile or whatnot. See if she changes her body posture towards you, because it's kind of hard to fully rule out if a woman is interested in you while you're talking based on how her head is tilting. But it is a beneficial gesture to know in case you want to include more factors into seeing if she's interested in you or not. Speaking about her body posture, that is the third nonverbal gesture. Now, when a person that you're talking to enjoys your company, they're gonna be facing you. Like if I was having a conversation with you, I would have my body fully positioned towards you. Now imagine if I just turned to the side and I was having a conversation with you. How would that make you feel? I mean, most of you guys don't even know me, so you probably wouldn't even care. But if a person that you actually wanted to talk to was talking to you while they're on their side and trying to do a conversation with you, it will make you feel some type of way. It will make you feel like you're the one bothering them. So it should go without saying that if a girl you're talking to, a woman that you're talking to, is facing her side and not even trying to position her body to the point where her whole body is facing you, you know she's not interested in you whatsoever. But if she is interested in you, her body posture will be facing you, and she'll most likely be smiling too. Which leads me to my next nonverbal gesture, the smile. Obviously, everyone knows that when you smile, it is a powerful interest signal. Smiling faces are judged to be more attractive than, the regular, dull, angry-looking face. When you smile, you're more likely to be looked at as more dominant, more likable, positive. And a smile releases endorphins. It makes other people feel better. But there's a difference between a fake smile and a real smile. A lot of you don't really realize this because when you see a smile, you automatically think, oh yeah, that person likes me, but you're not looking at the correct context clues within a smile. When a person is really, really smiling because they're so interested in what you're saying, or they're so taken aback, you find you really funny, you'll see the corners of their eyes start to form crow's feet. With a real smile, your cheeks are raised. And as much as people hate this, bagged skin starts to form underneath the eyes. And for some people, their nose tends to dip a little downward when they smile. So I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, I have a little bit of a crow's feet Cheeks were raised, definitely. Yeah, there was definitely like some bag skin underneath my eyes. A forced smile would be something like this. It doesn't feel genuine. You don't feel the endorphins. When you're in a conversation with a woman that you like, you're trying to find out if she's interested or not, and she smiles. Understand that the smile may not be that genuine. Look for the signs, look for the crow's feet, look for the raised cheeks, look for the bag skin underneath the eyes. You'll understand at that point if the smile is genuine or if it's fake. Another nonverbal gesture is the dilation of your pupils. Now, this is going to be hard for a lot of people who have darker eyes, such as us African Americans and anyone else who has brown eyes. But for the most part, if you're talking to someone with lighter eyes, say they have green, blue, like brown, light brown eyes, you can see in the center of their eyes that their pupils will tend to dilate if they are interested in what they're looking at. They start to expand, get wider with the more attraction that person feels for whoever they're talking to. A fun fact that I learned recently: in the last century BC, Cleopatra used this drug called, I think it's called atropine, to dilate her eyes, to make herself look more sensual. And I'm not saying you should take a drug to make your eyes dilate, to make yourself look more sensual. That's not what this video is about. It's a very good sign to use to understand if a person's interested in you while you're talking to them. And last but not least, the invasion of your personal space. If she touches you, she likes you. Now, this is a sign that should easily cement the fact that a woman that you're talking to likes you. Women are very careful with who they share their personal space with, very careful with who they touch. Now, if she's touching you in a very sensual manner, she's rubbing your arm or she's touching your hand, or maybe she bumps you with her shoulder or something like that with a smile, you should know by that fact that she's pretty much interested in you. Now, a lot of guys won't really understand this sign. They'll think you're just being buddy-buddy with them, try to be friends, try to ease the tension or whatever. But would you touch a person that you just met? There are not a lot of people in this world that would touch a person if they're not interested in them. Touch is how you make connections. Touch is how you make friends. Even the most fleeting of touches can have the most dramatic experience for another person. It is your responsibility to pick up on those cues and all the other 5 cues that I mentioned earlier to understand if the woman you're talking to, the woman of your dreams potentially, is interested in you. And I believe that you can do it. I believe that you can secure the bag. If you like what you heard, please make sure to like, subscribe, share this with someone who needs to hear this. Other than that, develop a prodigy mindset and tackle your problems with everything you got. I believe in you. Take care. Peace.